to the We Love Wrestling spot. My name is Terry. I'm with Nicole from Down for the Count and Danielle from the Pretty Hills. Today, we are with someone who's making a return. Someone, when you say your last name, it's a part of wrestling royalty. Someone who will be re-entering the independent scenes at the Generation Championship Wrestling Diamond Cup. Her name is Shaul Guerrero. How are you doing today, man?
I'm good. I'm very good. Thank you for the flattering introduction, and I feel very blessed to be with you guys here today. So thank you for wanting to talk to me.
Thank you for talking to us. I'm excited. I brought them on so I don't fan out on this interview. So I'm going to ask my first question, and that's always, why do you love wrestling, or what started your love for wrestling?
Oh, man. You know what? Like, I feel like I have a little bit more of a complicated relationship with wrestling than people might think. I guess, like, as a kid, like, of course I thought it was cool when I was a little girl and, you know, I was backstage with my mom and dad and my sister. But, like, it was just something I was so used to, like the sound of a mat and, you know, just seeing people in sparkly costumes just running around in their little boxer briefs in the back. It was just, like, what was normal. It was just very normal. And so I always thought it was cool. But honestly, I didn't truly love wrestling until I really got in the ring myself and saw how much fun it was. And until I got in the ring, I didn't understand how good my dad was, or my mom. Like, I didn't understand until I had to step into their shoes in a way. And now with rediscovering wrestling in my own way, oh my God, it's just fun, man. I have so much fun. I forget the camaraderie that goes with the people you work with and protecting each other. And just whenever I train twice a week, it's my favorite time of the week. So yeah.
Okay. So where have you been training at?
Freelance wrestling school here in Chicago.
Freelance.
Yeah.
Freelance does have a lot of good people coming out of there.
Absolutely. And I did when I was with AEW to announce their tag team cup tournament for the women's division. I was so blessed to get to train with Dustin Rhodes, which was like it was really a privilege, especially with knowing his father. And so it was really, really cool. So that's where my training's been the past couple months.
All right. Before I kick it over to Danielle, I'm going to ask, how long? So you've been training the last couple of months, or have you been training longer than that?
I mean, like, if you count my time with FCW and NXT and all that, I trained for about 3 years. But coming back, it's kind of a long, complicated story, if I'm being honest, because I've tried wrestling and I have a lot of neck issues. So I would go into wrestling, I would do something really stupid, like take 20 body slams in a row, and then I would seize up and I would walk around like a hot dog for about 2 weeks, and then I would have to stop for a while. Wow. So I'm being really careful right now. Like, I'm only training twice a week. I'm being really, really cautious and rehabbing a lot to be able to keep a longer run, if you will, this time. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, a couple months. Like, I would say probably about like 4 months training so far.
Dang.
That's how I feel. I'm like, what are you doing?
So I have a quick question. Were you on the Jericho Cruise?
Hell yeah, I was. I wasn't wrestling though. Showing my ass on there.
So that was you. That was you making sure your mom got back to the room.
Yes. Like, I had a lot of duties on Jericho Cruise. Were you there?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, cool. Like,
I was the one who kept running up to your mom and saying, "Say excuse me," and she's like, "No, not right now." But we were all really smacked, so it didn't matter.
I feel like I really didn't get fully submerged back into wrestling until after Jericho Cruise. So I feel like this past year I've been meeting so many people that I'm making connections with now. I'm like, oh, you were on Jericho Cruise. Oh, okay. But no, I was with the Vaudettes dancing.
Oh, okay.
So I was part of the dance group and did a couple of appearances with my family. So yeah.
So my question, in spinning back to a little bit like what you talked about, I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about having this last name, right? So I'm going to spin it back to kind of present day. the WWE is doing a really big push with Dominic, right? Because he's a Mysterio. And some of us, some wrestling fans, I'll say, have been really critical because they're like, you're shoving him down our throat and you're not even letting us see him for him being him. You're just saying he's Ray's son, he's Ray's son. So like, do you get a little of that? And like, if you don't, then like, what are you going to do so that, yes, people know you're a Guerrero, but they know that you are your own person?
Oh, Danielle, that's like an awesome question. That's a really good question, honestly, because like it's crazy because I had such a different experience with WWE, because they did not want me to like be, you know, recognized as a Guerrero for like the whole time I was there. And so like I do get the same thing. I get very much like, oh, you're a Guerrero, that means you're gonna be awesome, or like you're a Guerrero, therefore whatever. Like I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of doors do open up for me because like, oh, it's little Guerrero, she's making her debut, yeah, come on in. Which I'm like, that's great, but they also expect for me to wrestle like my dad, talk like my mom, and like have a 5-star match right out the gate. And as much as I want that and I am working for that, it's not going to be like that. I'm going to do this my way. And that's very much like, I'm going to pay homage to my dad because he's my hero and because I look up to him, and I happen to do the Three Amigos just like how he did. So that's all well and good. But like, I'm going to do this my way. And I feel like my first run with WWE, and my second run, it was wonderful. I learned so much, but I just wasn't, I think the 20s for a lot of people are, how do you say, a hot mess. And
Yeah.
you don't know who you are. You don't know what you really like. You're figuring it out. And so I feel like now, that I got a little bit more seasoning on me, I'm like, oh, I understand how to pay homage to my mom and dad now and how to be a Guerrero, but the way I'm going to do it. So I'm not a luchador. I don't do all the springy flips and stuff like that. I'm more of a ground and pound, and that's okay. I'm going to do it with the same aggression my dad did, and I'm going to maybe, you know, yell and scream a little bit like my mom, but otherwise it's going to be on me.
Okay, so that's I mean, that's cool, and that's kind of like what I wanted to hear, you know, because they're like pouring, you know, sometimes that it's like a gift and a curse, right? And this can go across industries, like LeBron James kids, right? Like Michael Jordan's children, right? Like God forbid Tiger Woods kids want to get into golf, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where that comes from. So my next question, which is probably going to be my last question, is how unique will you be? Like, what are we to expect? Like, will you be, I mean, you know, because I guess everybody's expecting like, right, Latina heat, right? So, but like, I know you're trying to be unique and you want to be your own person and be recognized as Shaul Guerrero, not just, you know, Eddie's daughter or whatever. So like, what can we expect? Like, what will be different than what the world is speculating or assuming?
Well, I feel like, I mean, the first time around, and I've honestly been really surprised, like at the past couple of signings I've done and talking with fans, and it's like they kind of are like, oh, you're going to bring the Raquel Diaz thing back. And I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, she is buried. I killed her. My 20s killed her. But like, no, Love It is still around and all of that. But honestly, like, I feel like I don't want to give you like I guess a straight up answer in a way, just because I feel like I'm just beginning my wrestling career all over again, and I'm gonna ride the wave. I'm gonna see how I develop with every single match and whatnot. I don't think a lot of people knew back in the day, like, I love rock and roll, and I'm part of a girl group here in Chicago that is all about like self-love, and like I am very in tune with like my sexuality, and I'm a sexy little minx, and I think people don't expect that from little Guerrero, because it's like, oh, you're Eddie's daughter, you obviously can't have any kind of like, you're not going to be sexy or anything, right? I'm like, hell yeah, I am. And like, I'm gonna think like I'm tapping into my dancer roots a little bit, but at the end of the day, I am a Guerrero. You're gonna see a lot of the Guerrero flair in there a lot, and I'm like fully harnessing that now, I think, because I'm finally feeling confident enough to show that to you guys. So I think you're going to be seeing a vulnerable Guerrero also, and I think I'm going to try just showing you guys who I am a little bit more in the ring, and I think that might translate a little bit differently than Raquel Diaz, who is a heel her entire career. So not that I don't I love being a heel, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But I think I'm gonna
Yes.
try and just let you guys
Pretty
see
heel.
me a little bit more. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm excited. Kicking it to
Thanks.
Nicole now.
Yay! I'm excited.
Oh, Nicole, you're on mute. Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. So speaking of obviously being a Guerrero, so obviously that comes with quite a few pressures. And this is stuff that we all have to deal with, especially with the type of year that we've all been having. So what do you do to kind of like help alleviate that pressure, to help put yourself in like a good mental health headspace to like deal with everything, not only what it is, like what your journey is going to possibly go on as a wrestler, but also your journey as growing up and transitioning into a more bodied woman?
You guys are asking like these awesome deep questions, and I'm here for it. I'm like super here for it. I think like first of all, I need to be very transparent with my fans. And it's no secret that I've been very forthcoming about like I have an eating disorder. I have mental health. Like I need to take care of my mental health because I have anxiety and depression and addiction that takes a form of eating disorder. So and I've been in recovery for a long time now, thank God. But like
Yes.
like I need to be just transparent with my fans, like that I am gonna try and live a balanced life. I'm not gonna try and go get like super jacked and like super skinny because that's what in my mind I think I need to be, and also what I've heard in the wrestling industry you need to be in order to be successful. I'm not doing that this time. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be the strongest, most balanced person I can be, not only for myself but for fans, because I think we need that in social media where people seem to have their crap together when really we don't. We're trying our best every day. And honestly, like how to keep myself balanced, it's a struggle. Like today was a bad day for me. I'm gonna be real with you. And so the way I do that is I need an accountability partner who is my husband. I let him know like, hey, I'm feeling this way. Make sure I eat today, or and whatnot. I have a lot of cats, and I don't know how it happened, but I think I collect them. they do calm me down. Like
I have 3 in my house, so
I'm
don't feel bad.
old, and I'm gonna have just like cats, and I'm gonna pet them when I feel anxious, which is what I do now. So
Yeah.
I do that, and sometimes you just have to get out of your mental block, especially with wrestling. I've had so much anxiety coming back into the industry because of all the expectations we've been talking about on here, and so I have to kind of disassociate myself, get out of it. I stream with my husband on Twitch, and actually the fans help me kind of get out of it a little bit. So yeah, I have a lot of different techniques. It's going to sound super lame, but I love TikTok because it really takes me out of my head sometimes. And sometimes you just got to laugh.
TikTok is not lame at all. They have so many subscribers and people who, it's not lame at all.
No, I love it. And I can actually account for that because I do have a lot of anxiety. And if I'm like having like a really like tough time at work or something, I'll literally like shut myself off and I'll like scroll through TikTok for a few minutes to like center myself. So I can completely relate to that. But speaking on like the pressures, obviously you have quite a lot to prove. But with that, what I usually feel like the person who has the most to prove can be the most dangerous person because people overlook them. So how do you kind of feel about that?
I think you're right. I do have a lot to prove. And I think that's, I'm forever going to fight against just the expectations of, oh, your dad did it like this. You know, or like, why aren't you as good as your dad right now? First of all, like, I'm sorry, the Guerreros are crazy. Like my uncles and my dad grew up with a wrestling ring in the backyard. Like, who does that? Where's your trampoline, bro? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, who grows up with a wrestling ring in their backyard? So he was wrestling ever since he was a child. Yeah. And so I didn't grow up like that. I had my mom and dad try to give me a more balanced childhood. I grew up singing and dancing and acting, and so I think that helps me a lot. I'm gonna be maybe more of an entertainer than like an athlete, but that's okay, man. Like honestly, like I think I got sidetracked, honestly. I guess I'm just gonna try and deal with the expectations as they come, and I'm gonna keep evolving. That's all I can do. I'm never gonna be Eddie Guerrero to anybody because there's only one.
Yeah.
There's only one. I would never think of like trying to replace Dad in anyone's heart because he has his own special place in people's hearts. And I want that to stay there forever. If I can just reignite that for people, that would be amazing. And if they can make a little room for Latina heat, that'd be great too. Because I think I could bring something special and fun in my own way.
And just to comment a little bit about it, I know I've Terry and Danielle can kind of relate to this too, because us as people of color, specifically Black folks, it's kind of, it takes a village. So even there's plenty of people who we do not know or who are famous, but have kids, and like, God forbid something happens to that parent, we kind of like feel like some of our heart goes to that child. So we kind of like, I'm going to always support you because I really cared about this person. So I think once you start going through, I think you're going to realize there's a lot of people who like keep you in your heart because we loved your father so much.
No, I think that's like a beautiful statement, and I felt that from people like already. Like I said before, when I got to work with Dustin, he was just like, your family, and just because our families were like dynasty families and whatnot, and like, and even from fans just like being like, yeah, like I support you because of your dad and I'm rooting for you, like even if you shit the bed in the ring, like I'm gonna keep rooting for you. But like, yeah, we just, we gotta take care of each other. We gotta take care of each other, especially with the dumpster fire of a year like that.
Exactly. So just to wrap a little bit of my portion up, so I'm not taking up too much time and I can shoot it back over to Terry. So just another thing I would like to know. So what have you learned in the business that you did not know previously, even though you grew up in it?
Oh, that's a good one. Honestly, you gotta believe in you. No one's gonna do it for you. And like I had to learn that the hard way. Like just, the business is tough. Like you are, especially when in NXT and FCW, like, man, we were competitive. And that was because we all wanted to get on the main roster. And when we saw a girl go up before us, it was heartbreaking and stuff like that, because we were grinding it out every single day. Yeah. And you know what, whether like if I ever get on like an Impact or AEW, whether that even happens, I'm like, you know what, focus on you, have your blinders on you, believe in yourself. And I honestly, the most important thing I would take away is that your self-worth is not attached to what you do. It's not. It's about the person you are. It's about your character and how you treat people. And even if I'm like the shittiest wrestler in the world, I'm not planning on it, guys. Like, just saying, I'm not planning on that. But like, but even if I went in there and I treated my opponents with respect, and I worked really hard and I tried to make someone smile at the end of the day, I'm good. So like, don't tie your self-worth to what you do. Like, love you and believe in yourself. That was all I would say.
That's what's up. So one more before I shoot off to Terry. I know you said you're still finding yourself, but who is Shaul Guerrero today? Like, who is she?
Oh my God. Y'all, I feel like I should be paying you. Like, this is a therapy session. I need to be paying. Who am I? I am a perfectionist, hard worker, that I'm a big goofball, actually. And yeah, I feel like that's like who I am at the core, but I'm actually extremely sensitive and hyper emotional. Like all the Guerreros are. We like love real hard, but we fight really hard too. So like I definitely got that from my dad. But Yeah, and I like things Monica clean. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. Like Monica clean for
Yeah.
Friend.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know if you guys are Friends fans, but like I'm a Friends fan. And so but yeah, I don't know. I feel like my husband could probably like tell you guys more about me, but like, yeah, I guess that's who I am. And I like cats, obviously. I like cats.
I have 3 cats, so I understand that.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to talk about your cats later.
Yeah. Okay. We'll shoot over to you, Terry, because he does not want to hear about my cats. He can't stand them.
I have no issue with cats. Don't put me out like that. So, well, it's about that time. You got 2 debuts coming up. We're gonna talk about GCW first.
Okay.
Well, Renee Michelle, she just thinks you're living off your family's name. I mean, we talked earlier, you know, and you said that. Oh, you heard?
Oh, I heard.
We asked her because you said you're gonna bring your Tabasco sauce. She named about 3 or 4 hot sauces that she loves and has no problem with.
All right. Well, you know, respect Renee. Honestly, like I do respect her first and foremost because she's been all around the world. She went to Japan. She's very decorated, and I feel I still, even though she had like some not very nice things to say, I still respect her, and I have no doubt that she is going to, like, when I'm in the ring with her, she's gonna let me know I've been out of the ring for 6 years. Like, I'm gonna feel it. I am going to feel it when I'm in there with her. But honestly, what she said about me, about riding my father's coattails and my family's coattails, it's not the first time I've heard that. And I'm well aware of the uphill climb, and I am well aware of what people expect. But at the end of the day, I'm going to do me. At the end of the day, I will slap some Tabasco sauce, whether you like it or not, on your ass. And I am going to get the win on you because I have a lot to prove. I have so much to prove. And I haven't been in the ring in 6 years. That's fine. But that just makes me all the more excited and all the more passionate because I'm finally doing this my way without Big Brother behind me telling me what I should and shouldn't do. Even if I completely eat it out there, you guys, like, I'm going to do it my way. That's it. That's it. And she should be honored to whether I beef it or not, that, you know, she's the first one in the ring with me, and I fully intend on proving to her why I'm a Guerrero.
Oh, she should be.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it right back at her.
All right. So, I mean, have you looked at the rest of the participants in the tournament?
Hell yeah, I'm so excited. Red Velvet, I got to like rub shoulders with her at AEW, which she's serving it up, man, at AEW. So yeah, she's awesome. I've had the privilege of getting to like work around with her a little bit, so I'm really excited. Killer Kelly is coming. Oh my God, there's just the card is like jam-packed, really full. I feel extremely honored to be in there with everybody. I'm very curious who's going to take the title at the end of the night. So that would be
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
No, but like I'm really super excited to see everybody, and just women's wrestling, man. It's fun. It's so much fun, and like there's a sisterhood in there, and so I'm really excited. You know, even if I get my ass completely kicked, I'm still excited to learn from everybody. So
looking at the field, besides your first round matchup with Renee Michelle, is you mentioned Real Velvet and Killer Kelly. Who do you think would be your biggest competition if you were to get through the first round?
Oh my God. Also, Priscilla Kelly is coming too, and she's like super like seasoned, like Cajun seasoning. Like she's got all of the seasoning. So like I just I am like honestly, like that's so hard because everybody is really wonderful, but I've got my eye on Killer Kelly because she's intimidating. She is intimidating. But then I'm like, it's so hard. That's such a hard thing to answer because like looking at somebody like Red Velvet, like she's a smaller wrestler, but she's fast and she's bendy. Like I'm gonna bend her into a pretzel, but then I'm scared of like how she would like do that to me. So like like she's a beautiful red sparkly pretzel, but like I just honestly, it's anybody's game in this tournament. That's how well they have put this card together. And so, but yeah, I have my eye on, I would say those three, like Red Velvet, Killer Kelly, and Priscilla Kelly. Wait, yes, sorry.
The Diamond Cup, November 13th, Tampa, Florida. Tickets are available. You can go to Generation Championship Wrestling's website to get tickets, more information on it. If you can't be there, Title Match Network will show it. But I saw let's talk, because we love wrestling, so we talk about our wrestling. I was at a show September 17th. Saw your husband, Drama King Matt, return. And then I saw you there, and I was like, I wonder if Saul will ever wrestle with Zelo Pro. And then just maybe a week, 2 weeks ago, Zelo Pro announced you coming. They had their pay-per-view in Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. And you cut a promo video came on. I was like, oh, okay, another one. And then they announced you will be facing Jamie Senegal on November 21st.
I'm so excited. Oh. Yeah. No, I'm very humbled that so many amazing companies are giving me an opportunity to bring what I got and to learn from their talent. And so I'm really excited. Jamie Senegal, I've been watching you, girl. I've been watching you. I've been studying you. I've just looking at their Instagram and seeing what they do. They've got some lucha skills. And I think in another life that we weren't opponents, I am completely obsessed with Jamie as a person. So I'm very curious about our matchup, especially with Jamie being such a lucha centered person. They've got just some amazing ring awareness, and they're beautiful and strong, and I'm really looking forward to learning from them, especially as compared to what I'm bringing in the ring. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Right now, I guess my mentality with training and just being so super focused on the Diamond Cup right now, I'm just one match at a time, man. One match at a time. But I'm definitely looking forward to working with Zelo Pro and climbing their ranks, because Lainey Luck, I got my eye on you.
Lainey.
I see you, girl. I see you. I'm coming. We'll see what Elena Black does with her though at the next Milwaukee show. So we'll see.
I'm sorry, I got to do this. Lady Luck is 2-turn. So are you trying to collect championships out here? You mentioned Lainey Luck in the Generation Championship Pro Tournament. I mean, is there any other titles out here that you're looking at? I mean, you are coming back, but
any other titles right now?
All of them.
I know. I'm all of them. Honestly, my long-term goal when I wake up in the morning and I look at my dream board, and I'm very, very visual. I gotta look and see where I want to go. There's a lot of championships I want. At the end of the day, I would love to be at AEW. That is my dream company, man. That is where I want to be. Okay. And so that's where I'm striving for. And no matter how many championships I gotta get and how many opponents I'm gonna get and how long it's gonna take, I mean, Lord, I hope I can get there before I'm 40. But we'll see. I'm in this for the long haul. And but that's the big donut. That's where Mom is heading to. So that's what I'm gonna try and do.
Uh-oh. You got to ask.
Right.
Any matches, any people in AEW that you looking to face, if that's the big goal where you want to go to?
Oh man. Okay, I obviously want to wrestle Nyla, because I just want to see my mom's face if I do that.
You'll be like, excuse me.
There would be layers to that match. There would be layers.
Yes.
But obviously Nyla. They just signed Serena Deeb. I love Serena. Like, I fangirl for her. Like, she's so good. I got to be in the ring with her one time for a baby training drill, and I was like, "You're a goddess!" Like, she's just amazing. And then Hikaru Shida, obviously, because like she's so incredibly cool. But and then Sunny Kiss. I want to wrestle Sunny Kiss because like honestly, I could stand in the middle of the ring and Sunny could do all of the most amazing maneuvers that she can do, and I would just be like, "Yeah, we're good. Like, I'll just watch you." Because she's so good. She's so good at everything she does. So, but yeah, those are definitely my top people at AEW.
Yay.
Okay.
I'm a Sunny fan.
Oh yeah, they're so good.
I love everything about Sunny. Literally can't do any wrong in my eyes. Literally no wrong.
They're the most gorgeous person inside and out, and I'm just like, you're blinding me with your beauty. Like I can't. Whatnot.
Random question. I'm gonna kick it back to the ladies, but I got a random question for you.
Lay it on me.
Just feel it's interesting to ask. The Rock or Stone Cold?
Stone Cold.
He does this. Oh, she said it. You heard her?
Yes, I heard it.
Stone Cold. I want a beer.
All right.
I want one.
Okay.
Okay. I'm surprised too, because I'm like, oh, I've never had to make that decision. But yeah, Stone Cold.
Terry, pass her a beer right now. Broken Skull. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
throw it.
I don't drink like that. No.
Terry, throw it.
I'm assuming it's a Tecate, because that's what we do. Or
no, I have a Modelo in my fridge. I can go toss it at you.
Yes, you got the Modelo. I'll bring the tahine and the lime.
Yeah.
We'll do a whole thing. It'll be great.
Oh man.
I'll have an Angry Orchard.
Oh, no,
I'm
no
corny
cider.
like that.
We'll have to have a beer at the show.
Absolutely.
I drink tequila shots too, so that's also a thing.
Oh, you're hardcore.
Yeah, everyone thinks I'm crazy.
Nicole's real hardcore. She is hardcore. She's hardcore.
Claims you like tequila claimed me one night, and I can't go near her again. Like we're not friends anymore. Like, oh, I can't do tequila.
So when I coach, and obviously this has nothing to do with wrestling, but when I coach people on tequilas, because I'm a tequila connoisseur, I'm like, okay, what kind did you drink? I'm like, was it Patron or was it like Jose? It's like you go to 100% agave because you're less likely to have a hangover, and yeah, or it's like
let me smell your breath. Yes.
Yeah.
Patron. Silver. No.
Not that good yet. I probably will be eventually, but I'm like, okay, let's try to figure out what works for you, and then I try to go at it.
I love
that's gonna be the name of her federation.
Yes.
National Tequila Federation. I don't know. I might get it. Who knows?
So long as I can, I'll bring the Tabasco and we'll.
Yes. Yeah, since you'll have all the hot sauces, you'll come with them.
Yes.
I got to ask, what's your favorite drink to make?
My favorite drink to make?
Yes.
Bloody Mary.
With that Tabasco sauce.
Oh, I love salty stuff, and I'm a bartender too, like in my real life job, and so like I love making Bloody Marys, and I love making them spicy for people.
So I got one question that someone randomly wants to ask. My buddy said, would you ever, because he heard you talking about the AEW, would you ever work for WWE again?
I don't think so. Like I get scared saying that because like I mean WWE has been very honestly, they've been in my life they've always been in my life in some form or another up until this year when they let my husband go. And so like they've always been involved in my life, and I forever love them. They're my family and whatnot. I just don't think I would be able to continue to do what I love here in Chicago with Dancing with the Vaudettes, being able to do like Jericho Cruise and being able to like still have the family balance and whatnot. I don't think I would be able to have that and still wrestle for them. And so respectfully, I would probably decline.
That's understandable.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, because we want to continue to see you, through Zelo Pro, and we want to be able to see you on the cruise and do meet and greets and stuff, and
I want to see you guys too. I want to be able to I've been loving connecting with fans through Twitch and through like the cruise, and I have like some appearances happening this week. I'm so excited. And I want to travel the world more. I would love to go to Japan. I want to go to Mexico. I want to do the whole thing. Of course, when we're not having, huge pandemic and the world's on fire. Yeah. But otherwise, I would really love to do that.
Nicole, Danielle, before I do the closing up of it, you got anything before we end the conversation with Saul?
Well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time out to chat with us, on behalf of all of, your fans or the fans. We appreciate you. It's moments like this that, we get to have these type of conversations, and we really get to see, how human people are. So thank you for remaining human.
I will not disappoint you there.
And then just to pair it a little bit off of what Danielle's saying, thank you again for taking the time for speaking with us. I know as someone who's been a fan of Chavo, of your father, for many years, and literally since I was since I was a child. So this really means a lot to me. So I'm so happy to see where you go in the future and watch your career go. So just thank you again for that. And also my friend Alexis, who's also on my podcast, wanted to say, as of one other witch to another, she wanted to say hello to you.
You should have told her to come on.
She said no. She was like, I would have started crying. She said, that's not for me.
Thank you guys all so much for having me. Thank you for these amazing, introspective questions. I really, really enjoyed it. This was just a cool conversation with friends. And so I really do appreciate it. I'm going to hold all of you to that beer that we are going to have.
Oh, I got you.
Don't you worry.
I didn't say that. That was them. I didn't say that.
You don't want
Terry got you.
Terry's old and he has acid reflux and stuff.
I'll make you a low sodium virgin Bloody Mary. So basically, I'll give you tomato juice with a little celery stick, and we'll be good. You can.
Terry, she got a celery stick just for you.
Yeah,
I'm taking.
So you get your fiber in.
No, I'm taking crown shots.
With celery sticks in them.
Well, so the last thing, for me, everybody said thank you, so I'll tell you mine. I saw you actually wrestle one time in the FCW back in 2011 or 12, I believe.
Oh man!
So then seeing you at the Zelo Pro show and hearing that you coming back and us being on a part of this sponsor and them announcing your name, it's like an honor to me. I'm just happy that you're getting back into it. We're going to follow. We're going to continue to support you, do everything with you. That I put you over. I want you to put yourself over. We call this the put yourself over moment. This is where you tell the people your Instagram, your Twitter, any sites they can buy your products from, anything new that you have, the new Patreon that you've been showing on Instagram the last couple of days. If you can do that for the people, please.
Okay, I'll put myself over. Okay, guys. So first of all, thank you, Terry. I really appreciate you having me on. And so Instagram, Shaul Guerrero. On Twitter, you guys can catch me at Guerrero_Shaul. On Twitch, Shaul Guerrero. Everyone. So, and then otherwise, I do have a Patreon for 18 and up. Okay, 18 and up.
18 and up.
18 and up. You guys can find my Patreon, Shaul Guerrero. And other than that, I'm gonna start streaming on Twitch almost every morning starting next week. So that'll be fun. I'm gonna have morning coffee and chat / Animal Crossing with all my fans. And otherwise, yeah, you guys make sure you guys check out Generation Championship Wrestling November 13th. It's gonna be in Tampa, Florida. If not, you guys can stream it on Fight TV and see me kick Renee Michelle's ass. And otherwise, I'll see you guys at Zello Pro on November 21st when I face Jamie Senegal. So I cannot wait to reconnect with you guys. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk.
Hey guys, we'll be in Tampa. I can't guarantee Milwaukee because it's another event going on that same day. But if it's possible, we might do both.
Yeah! Do it! But I can't wait to see you guys in Tampa. It'll be good.
All right. We're gonna watch this re-debut of Shaul Guerrero. We're not gonna say the other name. I almost said it. Saul, don't leave yet. I'm gonna do this closing. I'm Terry with We Love Wrestling. Got Nicole with Down for the Count. Danielle with Pretty Heels. And like I always say, if I love wrestling and you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet for the culture.